Three things I'm grateful for. I was on TikTok. Well, this isn't what I'm grateful for, but I was on TikTok and then my phone fell on my face. So I was like, let me do this video and go to bed. I didn't really want to do a video today, to be honest. But we're vibing. We're figuring it out. We're doing it. Three things I'm grateful for. Number one, I'm grateful for my conversation that I had today with one of my friends. I had three conversations today. I loved all of them in different ways. One of them, I had a check-in with one of my friends who've been cool for like almost like 2 years now, I think. And we just like checked in about our friendship and how we want to show up for each other, and it just felt really good. The other one is someone I'm dating, and we talked about like our college experiences, which wasn't positive experience, but it was like nice to have a conversation and also check in on some things. And then the other conversation was really good because I don't know. Me and this person, like, we're in the very like, how do I explain it? Like the very like, we're just in a very intentional place of building our friendship, and it feels really special and great. So I'm grateful for all those conversations. Number two, the second thing I'm grateful for is one of my roommates, Chris. We made the other day some arroz con pollo de Colombia, and it was super good. And I just finished the leftovers of that today, and I was like really grateful to like have this food that we made that kind of like helped us like help me like, I don't know, like I just liked having like the leftovers and not having to worry about food. So I want to figure out like more foods I can make like that. What else? That's number two. Number three, what am I grateful for? I'm grateful for every day being a new day, every day being a new beginning. That feels really important. I feel like beginnings, I don't know, they're not guaranteed, but it feels important. It feels really supportive to know that, no, I'm gonna go to sleep, I'm gonna wake up, and I have a new opportunity to seize the day, to try something new, to do the things I've been wanting to do. I think the thing I want to talk about today is around mortality, content warning. What's the word? Like, I would say content warning, but not detailed suicide and low mortality rates. We have a couple seconds if anyone doesn't have capacity to receive anything like that. So I was talking to someone last night, and I was talking to Unique last night. I forgot, they told me like, you can say my name. I'm like, okay. And they were talking about, I said something random, and I was just like, yeah, I don't have many years left, and I was joking, and then I said something about like, I'll have probably about 50, 60 more years of life, and I'm like, I'm about to be 27. I'll live to like 77, 87. That feels decent, you know? But something made me realize and think about like the life expectancy or like the mortality rate of like Black trans people. I mean, especially Black trans women, but Black trans people in general is like in the 30s or 40s. And I guess I never really thought about that. And today I was talking to a friend about like, sometimes it feels hard, like, well, I'm a dreamer and I like to think about like the possibilities and like how good things are going to get in life. It feels really difficult to sometimes do that, because if I really think about it and I really look at sometimes my community and people that share a lot of the same identities as me, we're struggling. Like, people are houseless, people are going hungry, people like, you know, like mental health and like all these different things. Like, people if they're not dying, but like sometimes, and this is the mention of suicide, but like suicide or going hungry or like just like by like capitalism, all these things. And I say this all to say is like it feels rough to sit with the reality of like me being me. Like my life has changed significantly since I started embodying and walking in my truth of being trans. And that means it's been harder to find jobs. It's been, even though that's not my job, that's not my intention anymore, to find like a structural like job and things like that. Like my life has changed. In some ways it's gotten a lot harder. Like not being connected to my biological family anymore, not having any type of safety net, like having to navigate. Like I've navigated, like luckily I've never had a night where I had to sleep on the street, but like I've dealt with like houselessness and like having to figure things out and it just being really stressful and a lot. And I say this all to say is just like I really want to start living my life like how much of a gift it is. Like I shouldn't be here. And I don't mean that like I shouldn't be here because I'm meant to be here, but I mean like if you think of all the things that have been stacked against me and like a lot of people like me, there was more things at times in my life against me living than there was for me living. And I'm still here. And it just feels important to me right now in this moment, like to feel like I'm living life to the fullest. Cause like I'm not supposed to be here, but also like it's like I did it. Like I lived so much and I've been through so much shit and it's just like and I'm still here. And I'm living a life that I feel like I'm proud of, but I want to take it up a notch. I want to live in like the most extensive parts of my dreams and I want to live a life that I'm just like even if I was to die like 35, 40, I know I lived as fully as I could. And I did every single thing that I was able to do. And it feels hard because it feels like a lot of times I don't have the resources to do that. But I truly want to refuse to believe that. And I just like want to say if you're Black and trans or queer and you are especially if you're Black and trans or Indigenous and trans, you're neurodivergent. I know you fought like hell to be here. And I just want to say for me and you, for both of us, we have to live our fucking lives. Like we fought so hard to survive and be here. We have to fight just as much, I think, to thrive and to live and to enjoy. I refuse for all of my life to be marked by my survival. My ancestors, I think about my ancestors that were probably trans and queer. They either know it and couldn't step in the truth because it wasn't safe, or just never had the capacity to even think about who they were because survival mode doesn't make space for that. I think about that. They did not just live, they did not survive so I could survive too. They survived so I could thrive. And so I say this all to say is like, I really want to start embodying more and more as much as I can, just like living a full freaking life. Like if I'm gonna, I don't plan on dying in 10 years, but if I did, I want to be at the end of life and just feel like I did all I could. I want to be at the end of life and be like, I lived as fully as I freaking could. I did all the things that I could have ever dreamed of. Or at least I was in pursuit of them, and that feels important. And just be in pursuit of living, that feels like such a gift and a privilege. So I just want to say, like, I don't even want to get out of survival mode because I want some type of money. Or even some type of success or anything like that. Like, I just want to live a full life. I just want to live a life I feel proud of. Even if my parents or people in my family that I help bring me into this world aren't proud of me, I want to know that I'm proud of me. And that my ancestors are looking down at me and are just amazed that, like, they're like, you're doing the stuff that we wish we could have done. I feel like that's the greatest gift I can give to my lineage. They don't care about these jobs or this money. They care about life and peace and connection and community. All right, I'm gonna go to bed, but I want this to be a marking of a video of I plan on living a life that's full of love and peace and community and connection and every single good thing that I can find in this world. I know without a question this world will just automatically give me bad shit at times. And that's just gonna happen. But how can I be in just as much pursuit or just as much acceptance and just as much welcoming and bringing in of the beautiful, amazing shit? Because even though this world doesn't tell me I deserve it, I know I am. I deserve it. I love y'all. Thank you for the space to be real, to be me, to be human. Hope you have a beautiful night. Buenas noches. Cuídense mucho. Nos vemos la próxima. Ciao.